Afternoon baseball here on the show. Ought to be a good one here between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cubbies have won 14 straight games so far. We'll see if they can extend that to 15 next. Jack Flaherty will be towing the rubber for the Cardinals. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me: a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and two, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Digging in, Javier Baez. He's definitely a long ball threat, currently third in the National League in that category.
Kind of the new age baseball this guy is right here. A shortstop with power. At one time, the shortstop position was all about the glove and range, but no longer. And this guy's living proof. Power hitter from the middle part of the diamond.
Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, they lost their last game. It was only by 1 run. They should be able, those are the tough ones, but they should be able to put this one behind them.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Jason Hayward is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out. Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Counts even to Hayward, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
D-Row, Jerry Hillsdale might be one of the more solid everyday umpires in the league right now.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the business, Dan. High praise all around. You go into both meetings with the managers, and what do? They rave about Jerry Hillsdale.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Jason Hayward is the second out of the opening frame. Here's Chris Bryant now, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. The average for him at 267 on the year, 28 home runs and 48 driven in. Could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
Now this pitcher's feeling the flow right now. 2 outs in the first inning. He's got really nice mechanics working right now. Blew that fastball right by him.
A ball and 2 strikes now. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Yu Darvish is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy is doing quite a job against lefties. He's held lefties to an under 200 batting average to start the season, so he's doing a lot of things right when the lefties step into the batter's box.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Fastball got him looking, as that had two-seam action on it, one gone.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, and he fouls this one off. Fowler, a native of Georgia. He was taken in the 14th round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Ran one in there as this is hit on the ground towards second. Kipnis has it. Throw will be well late as he reaches it first.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, Debo, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Man, you don't see this in today's game that much. The guy who's willing to work east-west consistently with a great cutter two-seamer combo.
So he got him swinging. Paul Goldschmidt becomes out number 2 this inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Fowler is off at first with 2 away. Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work it up the middle or opposite.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Redbirds are turned away in the first. We're on to the second from St. Louis. Scoreless on the show. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, the forecast isn't pretty, but it does sound like we're going to get this one in, even if it takes a while. It's coming down at a decent rate as of right now, and it's likely to intensify as the game moves along. The grounds crew is standing by to put that tarp on the field if the umpires call a delay. We'll have to hope that any such halt in the action is short-lived.
Yeah, Heidi, and the least appreciated people in the ballpark, the grounds crew, will have some newfound fans if they can keep the playing surface playable throughout given the conditions. And, I'm not sure you can get fooled worse than that. It's 0-1.
Wow, I think the heart of this system is right on top of us because it is really coming down out there. This isn't an easy sport to play in the rain.
Ready with the 0-2. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Now here's the pitch. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Pitch on the way. Misses, ball 2.
You know, these kind of at-bats can drive you crazy when you're on the mound. I mean, he's been ahead of him pretty much the whole time, but he just can't put him away. Not only that, but it's costing him a lot of bullets.
3-2, full count. Now the payoff pitch home. And it's fouled away. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Fouled away. The 3-2 one more time. Hit hard on the ground to first. Fielded by Goldschmidt. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. He'll come in here at 263, 21 homers and 29 driven in. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
The 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
To the plate now, Kyle Schwarber. Fouled off. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. One and one to Schwarber. A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. So that brings in the power hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish, just a 1 for 9. In there for strike 1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Batting 5th.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. Let's take a look at catcher Wilson Contreras. This guy has got one of the best arms in the game. Think Gary Sanchez, but in the National League. Nobody wants to attempt stealing bags on this guy, and brings a powerful bat to the lineup.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He swings and grounds it to short. Baez fields it cleanly, and there are 2 away now. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Down the left field line and deep, and that will end up a foul ball. Darvish pauses. 0-1 pitch on its way. Late swing there at the breaking ball. Must have been looking for something else. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Now here's the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
A swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. And I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And he is in complete control now. 7 strikeouts as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Wow, that's 4 straight Ks. He's knocking them down. He's looking for number 5 right here. You can tell this guy on the mound, he is pitching with a whole lot of confidence in this one.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. And he got another one here. He strikes out the side. He set down 5 in a row via the punch out, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
Welcome back as the Cardinals look to get their bats going in the third inning. And you can say they've really been trying to do that pretty much all year. One coach told me before the game, there are certainly plenty of areas for us to improve offensively. But first and foremost, we need to start by putting the ball in play more often. There's too much swing and miss in our game. And the stats do back that up, as they currently rank near the bottom of the league in strikeouts. So that appears to be an area of emphasis going forward, guys.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Digging in, Lane Thomas. And he's a guy that's really scuffling at the plate right now. In there, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. And with 1 away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these two teams sit in relation to one another. Well, there it is. This one is going to be delayed as the crew chief has made the call to suspend action.
You know, Matt, I just get the feeling this isn't going to be a very long delay. And we do have some clearing skies, so I think both of these guys possibly will go back out.
And welcome back inside the ballpark as the weather has finally cleared up. Yu Darvish makes his way back out onto the mound, and we're ready to continue. Set to face him first, Jack Flaherty. And it's fouled away. 0-1 pitch on its way. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Kipnis is right there to handle it, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in to try it again, Colton Wong. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Here's Javier Baez back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's the first hit in this one for the Cubbies.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward. He swings and misses, throw down. And it'll be right on the bag as Molina nails him trying to swipe second.
Very well could have been a hit-and-run attempt there. But you kind of have to make contact for those to work out. He didn't, and his teammate was hung out to dry at second.
Just one hit apiece for both of these clubs. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
And rarely do you see a player of his caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now.
Chris Bryant.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. Cubs are down quietly. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. So striding forward now, Dexter Fowler.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Fouled away. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
Goldschmidt, or Goldie just for short. He was an 8th-round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization. To be drafted as low as he was and turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very impressed with what this guy's been able to accomplish.
In there at the knees, strike 1.
Man, that's 7 straight strikes to start this inning. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Darvish pauses. Here's the 0-1. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
0-1.
Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. One and one, the count to the Cubs' first baseman. The pitch.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Swing and a liner. But this will be taken in out there at short, and that's the first out of the inning. Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo! Up and in.
Fouled off. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Molina has it. But no chance to get him, and he'll take first after striking out. So they'll slap an error on the catcher there, and you can tell he's not happy back there. So a runner on first with one out now, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Kyle Schwarber. Has a look, now the pitch. And that misses, ball one. Hit hard up the middle. DeYoung gathers it in. On to Goldschmidt, and it's in time. A double play, and the side is retired. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. Halfway home, still no score. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Thank you, Heidi. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Made him look silly with that one.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
And this is fouled at the plate. 0-1 the count to Molina. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
He's got good swing and miss stuff in this game. That's back-to-back Ks, and that was his 9th of the game. If you're striking out one or more an inning, you're throwing the ball pretty well.
Into the box, Tyler O'Neill, as Darvish will jump ahead of him here with strike one.
He's getting a lot of first pitch outs, and it's really easy to see why. He's been perfect. 100% of his first pitches have been for strikes to hitters so far in this one.
The bouncer to the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. 6th inning coming up, still zip, zip. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
You take a look at the numbers up to this point, you see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Here comes the first pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Kipnis, or Kip for short. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expect.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back. No chance. It's gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 4th home run for him on the season, as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
There's still some game left to be played, but that one swing could end up being a deciding factor in this one.
At the plate, Yu Darvish.
The pitcher,
And He's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
One of the biggest factors on how long you're going to go with a start is how many first pitch strikes you throw. 80% usually means you're going to have a pretty good day, and that's on the menu so far.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Molina gathers, and he makes the throw to first. Darvish is retired, and there's one away.
Number 9, shortstop.
And that brings up Javi Baez. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Back goes Thomas. He can't get there as it falls in.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, were you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Row. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even know it's where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out swinging the bat.
Count even now at 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. And here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now.
Couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Yeah, and I think he might have lulled himself into a false sense of security out there. Prior to this inning, he was pitching a shutout, but now he's starting to look a little off.
Ready for another shot now. Chris Bryant. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
Second and third here, 1 man out. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone, but I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Chris Bryant was sent packing for out number 2 in the 6th. 2 away now for the Cubs in the 6th, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo. And that misses low and away, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
There's a breaking ball that he didn't quite get on top of.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
He pulls this one into right. Fowler is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. It's now 2-0 Chicago. At the plate, Lane Thomas will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. Tommy Edman will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 19, Tommy Edman.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Colton Wong will stand in. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. 50th pitch of the game on its way. Skied into very shallow right. Hayward has a read on it, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They trail things here 2-0. Tyler Webb is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 30.
7th inning ready to roll, and next will be the power hitting catcher Wilson Contreras, pulled high in the air out to left field. O'Neill is camped under this one. 1 pitch, 1 away. Now at the plate, Kyle Schwarber. He was a double play victim last time around.
He doesn't have to worry about that in this situation, Matty. No one on base right now. Try and get something up so you can drive the baseball.
He's set, and the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. DeYoung's got it. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was. They're looking at the replay in order to make a decision on challenging the out call on the field.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for that play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
So here's one last look at that replay from another angle. There has to be indisputable evidence in order to change the call. And boy, I'll tell you.
Headsets coming off. Here comes the decision, and he is indeed out as originally called. So they lose the challenge and the ability to use any further challenges for the rest of the game. Now to the plate, Ian Happ. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And he fouls this one off. Webb rarely finds himself in much trouble out of the bullpen, at least in terms of giving up base hits. He's proven to be a tough guy to barrel up. 0-1, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss got him reaching. Molina has it, and that ends the inning. So they go down. Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring in the switch hitting outfielder Dexter Fowler.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Now back, first baseman.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. The 0-1 on its way.
Well, he got the leadoff guy hitting on a ground out, and now he's 0-2 to start this at bat. He looks really sharp so far to start the 7th.
He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
And they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily.
The batter, number 11.
Yeah, nobody on right there, Dan. 2 outs. It's not every day you see a guy pick him up and put him down like him getting down to first base right there. Bought himself a base hit.
Well, I'd say what, there's a couple of things you can do. It doesn't take a lot of talent to hustle, and it doesn't take talent to be on time. And he hustled out of the box, turned what could have been a ground out to end the inning into an infield single.
Darvish pauses. Here it is on 0-2. Hit out towards second. Taken in by Kipnis. He'll go to Baez at second for the force, and that ends the inning. Cards leave 1. They're down 2-0. John Brebbia has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 60.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. He went deep for a 2-run homer in his previous at-bat.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. The 0-1. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Fouled away.
Great job of running that fastball in on his hands right there with 2 strikes. Even though the batter's able to foul that one off, he's set up.
A swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep. Gone to lead off the inning. It's a solo homer here for Jason Kipnis. His second home run of the game, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
It's a 3-run lead now, and that doesn't exactly slam the door shut on this thing, but it certainly closes it a little bit. The importance of each run is magnified the later you get in the game, and that bomb here in the 8th is big.
At the plate now, Yu Darvish, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. No hits to this point. Oh, and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, newsflash, think he was guessing, boys? Because that was an ugly swing right there.
On the ground to third. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. So 1 gone here in the Chicago 8th, and with it comes Javi Baez to the plate. And that one got a piece of him.
Well, as a leadoff man, the team looks for you to get on base any way you can. This isn't the preferred route, at least for him, but hey, they'll take it.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Jason Hayward. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run and get you a ribby.
0-1 the count. Down and away, ball 1. Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. Runners on first with 1 down. Fouled off. Swing and a line drive, but just fouls as he just misses extra bases. Here he comes again, 1-2. And he's struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you could see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
Before the first pitch, a check at first. Stepping in now, Chris Bryant, as a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. Throw is up the line as it gets away.
You know, I think he tried to be even quicker with his pickoff throw over the first that time than the move he showed earlier. And when you do that, sometimes your feet and arm aren't in sync, and it causes you to throw it away just like that one.
Behind 0-2 now. Just a touch outside. 1-2.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to tack on any more runs. Let's see if he attacks his zone or buries something in the dirt.
Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. Throw goes to third, and he nails him at third. Great throw. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. On now to the bottom of inning number 8. It's 3-0 Chicago. Yadi Molina digging in now. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Ready once again, Tyler O'Neill. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Hayward on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Digging in, Lane Thomas. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Popped him up. And Baez will put this one away to retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. They trail in this one 3-0. Alex Reyes will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Harrison Bader is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. And a great start to the 9th as this ought to be extra bases. Digging hard. He's headed for 3rd. The relay throw, and he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
Yeah, everyone knows this guy's been having a great year at the plate, but he's not exactly a gazelle on the bases. But he turns on the jets here and makes it all the way to 3rd. He might need an oxygen tank, but hey, he made it.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate as it's grounded sharply to 1st. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
Boy, talk about striking on back-to-back pitches, Dero. A triple then followed by a single. Big inning lurking here.
Yeah, Dan, I think that's a game plan today against this guy right now. Being aggressive in the zone. If he's going to attack, then they're going to pull the trigger.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Way outside. 1-2. 2-2 to the Cubs catcher.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
That was a changeup, so there really wasn't any intent behind it. Looked to me like it just slipped out of his hand a little bit. That'll happen sometimes because of the grip of that straight changeup.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
The left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
In now, Kyle Schwarber. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Runner at first here, 1 man out. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he got him. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter. Do you think it can?
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Harrison Bader. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
In today's game, with velocity and exploding breaking stuff, you have to find a way to control the strike zone as a unit. They haven't been able to do that today, swinging at way too many pitches outside the zone.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2. A bouncer up the middle. Kipnis is there, and the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Settling in now, Dexter Fowler. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Cardinals down to their final strike here. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. And that's through for a hit. Digging in now, Paul Goldschmidt. And he's 0 in this one, batting out of the 3 spot. And he fouls this one off.
This is why pitching is so difficult. You're cruising along to give up a hit. Now you've got to lock in and get this middle part of the order done.
A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman. The 1-1. And that's taken for strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
4-0 the score this afternoon. Chicago, with their 50th team win, tops in the division. Yu Darvish earned his 9th win of the year as he struck out 13 in this one. Jack Flaherty racked up 12 strikeouts but still ends up taking the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 4 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For St. Louis, no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, and they left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 33 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us and remind you to please drive home safely.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, Yu Darvish twirled a dominating complete game shutout on the mound as the Cubs took down the rival Cards 4-0. He currently has the most wins in the National League. Jack Flaherty took the loss in this one despite racking up 12 punch-outs in the effort. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. Heading into the day, the Cardinals are in third place in the NL Central, while the Cubs are atop the division. Michael Lorenzen earned the win, his fourth this season, helping lead Cincinnati to a win over the Brewers 4-3. In the standings, the Brewers sit in second place in the National League Central, while the Reds are fourth in the division. The Colorado Rockies pounded out 17 hits in this one as they sank the visiting Buccos 11-3. As of right now, the Rockies are in last place in the NL West, and the Pirates are in last place in the NL Central. The Los Angeles Dodgers pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 4-1. At the start of the day, the Braves sit in second place in the National League East Division, and the Dodgers are in first place in the NL West. The Nationals pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 5-1. Heading into the day, the Mets are in third place in the NL East, and the Nationals are atop the division. The Phillies combined to give up just 5 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 6-1. Entering the day's action, the Phillies are in last place in the NL East, and the Athletics are in first place in the AL West. The Arizona Diamondbacks allowed only 5 hits in the game as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 4-1. As of right now, the Padres are in third place in the NL West, and the Diamondbacks are second in the division. The Giants had 12 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Marlins 5-1. At the start of the day, the Giants are in fourth place in the NL West, and the Marlins are in fourth place in the NL East. Brandon Lau was clutch with the bat in his hands, driving in 5 runs on 3 hits, as the Rays claim victory over the Orioles 11-0. Heading into the day, the Rays are in third place in the AL East, and the Orioles are fourth in the division. The Red Sox finished off a 3-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Yankees 4-1. The win was their 6th in a row. Entering the day's action, the Red Sox sit in first place in the American League East Division, and the Yankees are second in the division. The Detroit Tigers got 12 hits in this one as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 2-0. In the standings, the Tigers sit in last place in the American League Central Division, and the Blue Jays sit in last place in the American League East Division. The Minnesota Twins got an astounding 20 hits in total as they dethroned the Royals 14-0. As of right now, the Royals sit in fourth place in the American League Central Division, and the Twins are atop the division. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the visiting Mariners 4-3. As of today, the Angels are in fourth place in the AL West, while the Mariners are at the bottom of the division. The Rangers halted their 6-game losing streak as they bested the visiting Indians 1-0. Entering the day's action, the Rangers are in second place in the AL West, and the Indians are in second place in the AL Central. The White Sox knocked out 12 hits as a team as they stole the victory in extra innings over the Astros 9-7. In the standings, the Astros sit in third place in the American League West Division, and the White Sox are in third place in the AL Central. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.